Apple barely talked about watchOS 27 during WWDC 2026, so I installed it on one Apple Watch Ultra 2 and compared it directly with another Apple Watch Ultra 2 running watchOS 26. After using both side by side, I found some useful new features, a few surprising removals, and several changes that most people probably won't notice. Let's get started. First, here's the About section of both watches, so you can see that one is running watchOS 26 while the other is running watchOS 27. One of the biggest additions in watchOS 27 is the new single-tap gesture. It may sound like a small feature, but in everyday use it can be incredibly convenient. Whether you're carrying a coffee, working out, walking, or simply have one hand occupied, being able to interact with your watch using a gesture is surprisingly useful. As you can see, both watches respond to the familiar double-tap gesture. However, only watchOS 27 supports the new single-tap gesture. Both versions continue to support wrist flick gestures. Next, let's look at the app layout. Apple has refreshed the interface in watchOS 27. The new design feels cleaner, more organized, and makes recently used apps easier to access. It's not a major redesign, but it definitely feels more polished. Now here's an interesting change. In watchOS 26, you can access recent apps by double-pressing the digital crown. In watchOS 27, that feature is gone. If you frequently switch between apps, this is something you'll notice immediately. Another navigation change involves Smart Stack. In watchOS 26, scrolling through Smart Stack gives you a shortcut to the app menu. In watchOS 27, Apple has removed that shortcut completely. Moving on to workouts. Launching a workout using the Action button looks almost identical on both versions. Visually, there isn't much difference. However, Apple claims that watchOS 27 provides more accurate and personalized workout insights. I'll need more testing before I can verify that claim. Both versions include Workout Buddy, but there is one important difference. On watchOS 27, Workout Buddy works independently on the watch. On watchOS 26, it still relies on the iPhone. For users who like leaving their phone behind during workouts, that's a welcome improvement. Apple has also expanded gesture support during workouts. In watchOS 26, gestures are limited once a workout starts. In watchOS 27, gestures continue to work, allowing you to navigate workout screens without touching the display. For runners and cyclists, this can be very useful. Another major improvement is Find My. In watchOS 26, Apple separates devices, people, and items into 3 different apps. In watchOS 27, everything is combined into a single Find My app. It's cleaner, easier to navigate, and simply makes more sense. Finally, let's talk about the biggest surprise: The Walkie-Talkie app is available on watchOS 26 through both the App Grid and Control Center. However, on watchOS 27, it appears to be completely missing. I couldn't find it in the app list or Control Center. Whether this is a bug or an intentional change remains to be seen. Overall, watchOS 27 feels less like a major redesign and more like a refinement of the Apple Watch experience. The new gestures, improved Find My experience, and independent workout buddy functionality are all welcome additions. But what do you think? Are these changes enough to make you update to watchOS 27? Or would you stay on watchOS 26 for now? Let me know in the comments. And if you'd like to see a detailed workout comparison between watchOS 26 and watchOS 27, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.